Welcome everybody to episode 12 of the VIP Social Club. This is your lovely on-air personality and extraordinary lady, Mocha Hannes. And I'm your host, Brew, and we are here with episode number 12. That's amazing.
Right?
Wow.
One more to go.
One more to go for this season. And this is going to be a good one. This is going to be a good one. We're going to be with you for the next 30 minutes or so. Mm-hmm. We got a Bread of Heaven segment. Mm-hmm. We have story time. Uh-huh. We got to Ask Mocha Hannes. Yes. We got an STD of the week.
Right.
And then we got an incredible drink.
I can't wait for that.
Very simple, very sturdy, kind of fruity.
You said sturdy?
Sturdy. Because it'll hold up to whatever food you put against it.
Okay.
So it's going to be good and very, very basic. It'll be easy to make. So I'm excited about this. She's excited about this. I think even they're excited about this. So you should be excited too and come right on back on the other side for more VIP Social Club. You look nice today.
Thank you.
And the shoes. They can't see them, but they're tight.
What you want?
Back, everybody, to Bread of Heaven. And all thy ways acknowledge him, and he will direct thy path. Also, seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness. These are phrases, scriptures that we get thrown out at us, but as someone who's trying to seek God, this is very important to understand. Because if you acknowledge him in all your ways, if you seek his wisdom and discernment for everything you do, then you're less likely to wind up talking about, I don't know what happened. I've been there, I don't know what happened. Even when I've tried to do stuff at church, when I try to do it on my own, I got this. And I'm sitting there scratching my head talking about, dadgummit, he said things were easier in church. No, it's all about obedience, and it's all about recognizing who's smarter. And I think that's the hardest thing for us to really come to grips with is, if he made me, and if he made everything around me, then maybe I should look to him to assist me or lead me and guide me in some of the things, and most of the things or all the things that I do. I've heard so many times women say, man, I met this man at church and he was still no good for me. Okay, well, did you talk to God or did you tell God, God, I found me somebody. Get me to the altar. Just saying. In all that ways, acknowledge him, and he will direct that path. Recognize that he's smarter than us. He knows more than us. He's created everything. So by that logic, he will be able to lead us and guide us where we need to go.
Nice. I'm going to use that logic from here on out, too. Because I don't always use that logic, but I am.
Even with the Pepsis?
You know what? You talk too much.
I'm sorry. We'll be right back on the other side of this with more VIP Social Club if she don't kill me in the break. Welcome back to Story Time with Uncle Brew. All right, got a good story. Yeah, it was a gentleman, and we're not gonna give his real name. We'll call him Mr. Jones.
Because you good at name dropping.
I ain't gonna
You're
name
gonna have
drop.
no friends after a while.
That's fine. Nobody be asking me for money later. We're going to call him Mr. Jones. Mr. Jones' wife decided she was going to take him out for his birthday and surprise him.
Those are good wives, those kind of wives.
Yes, and took him to a strip club. So when they got to the valet, when they got out of the car, got to the door rather, the doorman said, "Hey, Mr. Jones, welcome back." And she was like, "What are you talking about? No. You know, I know him from the car dealership.
Oh, okay.
You know, he came in and we've serviced his vehicle, so that's how he knows Mr. Jones from that. I take care of my customers. So they walk in the strip club and they go up to the bar and the bartender says, "Mr. Jones, the usual?" So, you know, I know him from the golf club.
Lord have
And
mercy.
we play golf together. So she was like, uh-huh. So they get a couple of drinks, they go sit down, and some of the strippers just start coming by. "Hey, Mr. Jones, welcome back, and you brought somebody with you." And he's like, now you know, some of these, they purchase vehicles from us as well, and you know, we know them from there. So it's no big deal. She's like, uh-huh. By this time, she's fuming. So they spend an hour or so at the strip club, and then they leave, and they call an Uber to get home. So they get in the Uber car, and as they're driving, the Uber driver's looking in the rearview mirror and says, "Hey, Mr. Jones," says, "you must be down on your luck, because most of the prostitutes you bring home look better than this one."
He'll get his ass beat. He ain't gonna be married to me no more.
Mr. Jones' funeral will be next Friday at 1 a.m.
So look like Mr. Jones lived at the strip club.
Yeah, but not anymore. Live is the operative word.
He loved the strip club.
Yeah, Mr. Jones was a little different. So,
A dirty Jones.
he ain't gonna be talking about Mr. Jones like that. Mr. Jones was a community activist.
If I meet anybody last name Jones, I'm running. Let's run.
We'll be right back while I still have part of a family on the VIP Social Club.
She ain't a man though, it's a girl. Mr. Jones.
Welcome back. This segment is called In the Lounge. And this week's topic, me and Mrs. Trump are going to discuss Michael Draker.
Really? That's what we doing?
That's what we doing. We're going hard.
Okay.
From the beginning.
Okay.
So, you know what? Just so I don't seem like I'm trying to hog the segment, I want you to give your point. Because he got convicted.
I don't think that it should have been that way. And we're talking about Michael Draker.
Yes.
So, in your opinion, you feel like what?
I feel like the threat had been thwarted before he pulled the trigger. And when you look at the video and you hear the eyewitness statements, it backs up my conclusion. Because, okay, the black man, you would say, was wrong because he pushed him down.
Okay.
He was yelling at his wife.
How do you know they was yelling? Because you couldn't hear nothing.
Because there was a person that came in the store and said, "This white man is out here yelling at this black lady."
You don't know that's what they said.
That is what... Anyways, he goes out and he sees him standing close to the car yelling at his wife. So you say presumably. So he gets between them, and yes, he shoves the man down. Should he have shoved him down? No. He probably should not have shoved him down.
Probably?
But he reacted like most husbands or protectors would. Hey, I'm gonna get between you and my wife. Now what's going on? So he shoved him down. He was wrong for that. He should have gotten between them, assessed the situation, figured out what was going on. Now, Michael Draker gets shoved down. No, this is not good enough. You should not have touched me. So now I'm gonna pull my pistol out. Okay, he pulled his pistol out because he said he felt threatened. But the man who was killed puts his hands up and backs away, and then he is shot. If he had hovered over him and made a motion like he was gonna hit him and still been in a threatening manner after the gun had been pulled, yes, defend yourself. But you thwarted the attack because you showed your weapon and he backed away. So now when you fire at him, all you're doing is retaliating. You're getting revenge because he hurt your pride.
That ain't got nothing to do with no pride.
Yes, it does.
Look, all I say is take the black and the white out of it. That's all I'm saying right now.
You can.
If a black guy was out there arguing with his wife, or just speaking, saying whatever, and he walks out there. Every action has a reaction. You better not put your hands on me. Like, I could stand 2 feet away from you, and I should be able to speak and say what I want to say to you without you putting your hands on me.
Okay, in a perfect world, yeah, you should be able to.
That's in every world. You ain't gotta lash out.
If you were standing in front of my wife and yelling at her, I wouldn't have to get between you.
But she wouldn't put her hands. Like, you should be able to argue
you know my wife?
or say something without, like, it getting physical.
You should. But
he should have thought of, everybody don't take L's the same.
I got you.
You can't just do anything you want to anybody.
But just because you take the L differently than I do, does not make it right.
Well, he shouldn't have put his hands on it.
And you're yelling at me. You're yelling at my wife because I parked in a handicapped parking space.
You keep saying yelling. We don't know if that's what it was.
You were confronting my wife because I parked in a handicapped parking space.
Okay.
Where'd you park?
I was supposed to park here, but your ass in my parking space.
Where did you park, though? You parked right next to me. Right next to me.
Well, listen.
You literally parked right next to me. So when you got out of your vehicle, you were in the window right then. You parked right next to me.
Listen, if I'm standing out there arguing or whatever, I can handle myself. If that man would have walked up to my window, I wouldn't have had to, if my people would have came there, I would have been like, forget this old man, just get in the car. I ain't got time for this. I already handled this. But he came out there. He didn't ask no questions. He didn't try to figure out what was going on. He don't even know if his wife.
How do you know that?
How do you know?
But you keep.
I'm just saying. He doesn't know if his
know?
wife started that. He doesn't know if that man started it. He came out, shoved that man on the ground, and that was a hard shove. Like, that's like a body slam kind of shove. And I'm just saying, if that would have been me, and he shoved me on the ground like that, no questions asked, I'd have reacted the same way. Ain't no ifs, ands, or buts about it. But hold on. With that being said, the average black man.
You should take color out of it.
I'm saying 2 black men.
Okay.
The average black man, if he shoves you or knocks you on the ground, he's not letting you get back up. He fixing to mud your ass on that ground. He's not letting you get up. And what I saw was that man getting in the stance to, like, you ain't getting up. And that man pulled out his gun and click, clack, pow.
No. It didn't happen in that succession. He pulled out
I'm telling you.
Look, Drake had a chance to sit up, put his hand on the ground.
That man was startled. That's a crusty man.
You pulled your gun and I backed
But you hit me, so you getting what's coming to you. You shoved me.
And that's why he's in jail. That's why he's going to prison.
They only doing it to make.
That's why he's going to prison for this.
But listen. But he's going to prison. Possibly, you never know. He might get 8 years of probation or something.
No, he's going to prison.
But you're a dead man because you couldn't think to the point where you can't put your hands on somebody.
I'm a dead man because he couldn't think that the fact that he pulled his gun.
But every action has a reaction. You can't touch me and think I ain't gonna
respond. The reaction
respond.
was you pulled your gun. The reaction to you pulling your
No,
gun.
the reaction
you pulling your gun was
but
me
your
backing up.
action started it all. You shouldn't have put your hands on me.
You sound like the Baltimore PD. We're not going to solve anything here today. But one day she'll realize that I'm right and she's wrong. We're going to be right back on the other side of this. Please don't pull your gun.
Yes,
please don't pull your gun. Favorite segment other than raising the bar, because we get a chance to get to know Mochahannas on a personal level.
Okay, but I got something to ask you first.
What are you asking me?
But I'm just saying, are any of these questions got anything to do with church or God or anything?
Well, yeah, of course.
You can't be asking me stuff like that.
Yes, I can.
Okay.
You got this. Because you're good enough, you're smart enough, and doggone people like you. So, all right. First question.
I'm not letting you look at you.
What? First question. What would your...
You ain't gotta touch me.
No. I know. This is a money question. What would your friends and closest friends be surprised that you would do for $1 million? Because you have a rigid standpoint on some things. But what would they be surprised that you would do for $1 million?
I don't know. That's something I would do.
Yeah, that they wouldn't think you would do for $1 million.
I don't know. Come back. I gotta think about that.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Burial, cremation.
Burial. And I want all my stuff put in there too. Like,
We'll make sure
Put
we
my-
don't leave nothing out the box.
put my good little jewelry in there,
And your organs.
my good pocketbook. And I want all my organs. I was born with them. Leave them in there, so you're just gonna pack me up
Don't
with them
worry.
too.
I got you. If you could go back in your life.
And maybe one of my R. Kelly CDs.
Well, he's already dead, so yeah, we'll put that in there. If you can go back in life to where you were a teenager, what advice would you give her now? These are thought-provoking.
I know, you're tripping today.
I'm sorry.
What advice would I give her now?
I got a good one for you next, so go ahead. Really?
Yeah,
can hear birds chirping.
it's a lot of stuff that I'm thinking about. What I woulda, coulda, shoulda.
Let's go to the next question. That's not so thought-provoking.
Okay.
'Cause we're not
Don't be
getting
acting like I'm dumb.
I didn't say nothing. Hour and a half to watch 60 Minutes. I did not say nothing. Okay. If you could pick one alcohol to do one nasty thing and blame it on the alcohol, what would the drink be? What would you do, and who would you do it with?
Good Lord. Well, my favorite drink of choice is apple martini.
She said, "Don't think about it."
And
It'd be an apple martini.
what would I do?
You don't have to go elaborate on it, but
What would I do? I'll probably...
is it an adult activity?
No.
Okay.
I'll probably, possibly some adult activity.
Okay. With who? Because you're blaming it on the martini, the apple martini. So even though you want to do it, but you're gonna blame it on the alcohol.
Probably with...
Don't say R. Kelly, cause you,
No. Probably 50 Cent.
this is wow. So we got an apple martini, something raunchy with 50 Cent. Okay. Wow.
And he gonna be rapping to me the whole time saying, "Go shawty, it's your birthday."
Oh, although you probably hear it like, "Oh, Jordan." Do you want to go back to any of those other questions?
What was one of your other questions? What would you
tell
advice?
your younger self? Yes. What advice would you give your younger self?
Be friends with Mark Zuckerberg.
We'll be right back, because that's the best advice. We'll be right back. No, we won't tell you. We'll be right back on the VIP Social Club. Oh, Zucky.
Yes. You're gonna be BFFs. And I ain't gonna let him cut me out like he did his homeboys.
I'm not witness to this.
What?
Welcome back to, we might as well just give this man this award.
Who?
The Trump of the Week.
Oh, okay.
I mean, we call it the STD of the week, but he
Yeah.
just keeps whining up
Yes.
in this situation. Okay, so the thought now is, well, the policy that's going to be pushed through is,
It's gonna happen for real?
yes. Well, I mean, things happen because we don't become active and do anything.
No, we don't know.
And if we don't know, and then when we find out, we sit on it for a while instead of acting. We react instead of acting. It looks like if you're in the military and married or not, you have a child in another, you deploy, you have a child in Germany, France, Italy, one of the African countries, Australia, Canada, Mexico, doesn't matter. That child will now no longer be automatically considered a United States citizen if this administration gets their wishes. Now, there's some theories as to why they would do this, but I'm trying not to deal just in theory. But you start asking yourself, why would you take away an automatic citizenship from a child who is born to a soldier? Defending your country.
So you could basically want to make it unattainable for you to have to jump through hoops to do this.
Right.
So it's like, I don't feel like doing all this.
So we can control. I guarantee if you have a child from a woman from Russia or Eastern Europe, you just apply and put down Russia, you'll get citizenship for that child. But if you just happen to be, you're stationed in, I don't know, let's use Haiti, that child will not be, I guarantee, will not be granted an American citizenship. Or Mexico, it's a way of filtering out who is recognized as an American citizen and who's not. I think it's a horrible policy.
Me too. Stupid.
And I think we should not be quiet about it. We need to investigate. Google it. Look it up. Find out who your congressperson is. Find out who your senator is. Get in touch with them. Let them know that you have a voice and you don't want this crap pushed through. I'm telling you, I've run into too many staunch Trump supporters. And as crazy as I may think they are, the fact is, they're active.
Yeah, swamp.
They're out there, they're getting their policies pushed through, their initiatives pushed through, and we're sitting back arguing. So let's do something. Let's use the social aspect of the VIP Social Club to be socially active. Get out and make sure that our interests are taken care of. That's the only way we can do it.
Or just stop having babies. Just saying.
That's a good idea.
I know.
I mean, you should have an IQ test before you have a baby anyway.
I said the same
If
thing.
your IQ is below a certain amount, they should just, I'm not going to say castrate, but
just tie them up.
yeah, tie them up. Just make sure you can't reproduce. Because we got too many. Get ready. We got too many people walking around, and the babies are just as clueless as they are.
I ain't saying no names though.
No, please don't.
Okay.
But you really should have to be able to have an IQ test taken before you have a baby. Because you notice
they make you do that to have to get a marriage certificate and to get married, so they should.
You gotta have it right.
Yeah, you gotta have it right.
My thing is, it's crazy how the people who, like, if it takes somebody an hour and a half to watch 60 Minutes, they usually have about 10, 12 children. Like, the slower you are, the easier it is to reproduce. I don't understand the logic in that. I'm gonna have to pray on that one, because that's just not right. So, you know what? All right, we'll be right back on the other side of this if we have anybody left watching on the VIP Social Club.
Not today. Not today.
Raising the bar, we're doing a Bay Breeze today.
Okay.
Very simple, very simple. This Bay Breeze contains pineapple juice, cranberry juice, and vodka.
Okay.
Very simple for a Bay Breeze. I'm gonna make this with 4 mocha houses and myself. All right, and what you do is you put an ounce to an ounce and a half of vodka.
I like that ounce.
And our constituents said they didn't want one. So, and then to that, you're going to put 2 ounces of pineapple juice.
Okay.
And 2 ounces of cranberry juice that we have in the nice moonshine bottle.
You sure that's that cranberry juice?
Yes, I poured it in here myself.
Okay.
Now, pour it to where you can't put the top on.
I don't want the top. it be stopping me from getting what I need.
But we'll give you a stir. And let me know what you think.
I think you should have bought us some strawberries. I'm just saying.
I think it's stronger than I thought it was going to be.
Oh, snap. Oh, it tastes good.
Yeah. That is your Bay Breeze. So you have cranberry juice, 2 ounces, pineapple juice, 2 ounces, and 1 1/4 to 1 1/2 ounces of vodka over ice. We'll be right. Well, actually, we're wrapping up.
Mm-hmm.
You're right, talking about we'll be right back. This does taste good though.
See if it.
So
That Babe Breeze got your brain
it
breathing.
does. So the next episode is going to be our final episode of the season. We're actually going to do our STD of the season next week. And we're going to have a special guest in, hopefully a live audience. And we want to hear comments from you guys. So, we can talk about them on there. How you feel about this season, how you think it went, how you think it progressed, if you think it regressed. We always invite you to subscribe and like the show. For me, my name is Brew. This is my lovely co-host, Mocahontas. We've enjoyed having you these 12 weeks and hope we see you next week to conclude this season with the VIP Social Club.
We out.
Cheers.
You keeping this up here for us to time ourselves, or she telling you?
No, I guess we just hit that and we start to say it.
Or you gonna be looking down at
It'll tell you when you come up close.
I got a timer right here. I can give you one of these that show you got 10 seconds. If you can you see my hand? He can see better than you think you can.
He's always played games about me.
See?
As a child.
I figured you did. He tried to use it to his
Who would want
advantage.
to who would want to be separated and be different from the rest of the class?